Hi, I'm Lori with the Melted Crayon, and today we're going to do some embroidering of Christmas bags. I have a big pile of them. They're so cute. A friend of mine dropped them off and she'd like names put on them. She wants some of them horizontal, some of the names vertically put on, and she wants 4 different fonts, 4 different colors, and so it's going to be a fun, challenging project. And when I say challenging, it's part of it is because whenever you're embroidering something that is already pre-sewn, it limits what you can use as far as the opening. So I have the items that I have available. I have the hoops that come with my machine. I have the PR1050X Brother 10 needle. And so the hoops that come with that machine are here. But I also have what are called fast frames. And fast frames are an aftermarket item that you can order online and use also on your machine. They're kind of handy because they allow for that opening of a bag or a Christmas stocking. And so it looks like this. You use your stabilizer a little bit different, and so that's where it could get a little tricky. Your stabilizer, instead of it being pressed into your hoop, you would actually hook it. Some people use sticky stabilizer. I do not like sticky, so I would hook it using one of these clips and then clip it on like so. And then I would go ahead and put but when you use something like this and you embroider, the problem here is if by chance my name, say there's quite a few names on her list that are long names, and I don't know that they're going to fit within this space. So then the problem begins in that, okay, I've got to hook to this and I need to move it over to get the rest of the letters on. So now I'm tearing it off here, having to reapply a stabilizer and shift the bag. So there's a little bit of issues there. So if I can use the hoops that I have from the machine, I'd prefer to do that this time. So I know this will fit in there, and it has quite an opening. I think I can get the neck of my machine in there. But if I can get the 5x7 to work, I would rather use that. So I'm just going to slide it in here once just to double check. And it looks like it would work. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and hoop this, get my stabilizer set, and I'll meet you at the machine. Okay, I have it secured onto the machine. I've made sure that the neck of the bag is up and not stuck anywhere underneath my hoop. And so I go over here where I've typed in the name Bonnie. That's the first name that's going to go on the bags. And this name, I know that she would be interested in having this in a different color. So I'm going to set this first. We're going to change the color. She had requested a light color such as this. Okay. And we're going to rotate it so that it goes. She's actually interested in having sort of a Wordle. No, she doesn't want a Wordle kind of look to it when she gets done. Each of the bags will be having the names go kind of a different direction and have different fonts. She's just this fun gal who's got this vision. So, okay, I've got the name there and I've turned it. It fits within my area, and in fact, it fits right in the hoop like this, and it'll fit, so we can go ahead and get started. Okay, we have this off the machine and it looks great. All right, I will clean the stabilizer out of there later, but there's Bonnie. Now we're on to David. David is going to be a little more of a challenge because I'm changing the font, and I don't believe that font is going to fit this way for what we are doing. So let's go over here. Okay, so I have my bag hooped and I have it on the machine. So now we're here in which I'm going to pick out my font, and I would like font to be font 25. Font 25. I need it to say David in all caps. Okay, and the D isn't going to fit on David, so I need to then just start like this. I'm going to set it like this, set, and I'm going to rotate sideways. I need to change the color, and the color that I want is going to be a dark green. That's the darker green. Okay, and then I need David to have, so since the D isn't going to fit on there, I want to tell the machine that I'm not quite done with the name. So there's this little button that looks like a ladder. When you push that button, it tells the embroidery machine that I want to continue on. So I'm going to start embroidering this now, and then I'll show you what happens when we get back. Great feature. Okay, so we have the DAVI done in embroidering that. Now we need the last D. And so it says the embroidery is finished. Okay to connect the next pattern. And so we're going to say, okay, we want that next pattern. Okay, so we're going to go find that font again, which was this. We need the capital D, and we need to set it, and we need it the same color, and we're going to set that. Okay, and now here's where it says, okay, you want to continue it? So I push that button, and here it has David. Oh, but we have to rotate it, so we're going to rotate. Oh, there we go. I'm going to rotate it that way. Okay, I'm going to move that. Bring this back over where it was.
Go.
Okay, tell me when.
Go.
Okay, so now the D is in place. It's got the DAVI that's done, and we've moved our D into place. The only thing I will say is that if I could change anything on this, it would be that the squares are not always the same size. So sometimes the letter will come in, that next letter that you're coming in, and it's not perfectly aligned with what's there because it's a little bit different square size, or yeah, either not or the spacing isn't right. So I would rather letters be a little bit too close together than too far apart, if that makes sense. So you would think that if you just get the red lines together, that'd be perfect, but it isn't. So I'm going to just adjust a little bit for that. And so I'm going to slide it together just a little bit more because it isn't perfect. So I guess if Brother could change anything, they should first of all make sure those squares are the same. Second of all, there should be some grid lines right on this to make sure that you're lining it up right. So hopefully as they improve this, they will think about some of that to make it a little bit easier to add. I'm going to move it just a little bit over more. And I'm going to slide it up just a little bit more just to make sure that the D is spaced all right. And it looks like that's about right. Okay, so I think we're ready now to accept our move. Hit OK. And now it's going to scan this. It's going to scan and it's going to tell us that before we can move this, we have to put these stickers on there. Look, they're called snowman stickers because they look kind of like a snowman. But the crosshairs are what we have to line up. So if you go in here, you're going to notice how strong this camera is. I mean, it shows how dry my skin is. It shows that my cuticles are awful, all of that. But okay, so I need to find that. Let's see, where are you? Okay, so I've been able to get the little snowman put in according to the it looks pretty good. So I'm going to say, I think it's okay. Maybe just a little bit over. Probably okay. So it's going to recognize that. And it's going to have me add one more. Okay, so it wants me to do it again on this side of the embroidered. Okay, so I have the second sticker on and placed into the crosshairs that they for me, so I'm going to hit OK. The machine's going to scan both of those. All right, and now it's telling me to not remove the stickers, leave the stickers on, but re-hoop the bag. So I'm going to do that right now. Okay, I've re-hooped the bag. So I'm going to slide it on. And you don't have to be very exact when you re-hoop it because it's going to adjust for you. The stickers are there. It's read where the position of the letters are. So as long as the stickers are there, we should be good. So now it's going to rescan. I'm going to hit to scan it again. It's going to find those little snowmen. Okay, it's found one of them. Okay, it says the embroidery position marks are recognized. Now it says I can remove those stickers so that I can begin. So there's a lot of trust when you do that. You're like, oh, I hope you remember it. All right, so now I'm going to hit embroidery and I'm going to start. Okay, I want you to notice that up here, that D looks like it's a little crooked. Probably is because I probably hooped it a little crooked. So it is compensated for that by the fact that it read these. So it adjusted that D to be hopefully spot on with the rest of my letters. So we'll check it when we get done. Okay, let's check it out to see if we got David on there. It looks like the D did match up with the DAVI, so we are done. We have it. And I have the stabilizer here I'm just pulling out. Okay, so I have gone ahead and done the rest of the names because they all fit on my hoop. So I want to show you what she has come up with that. So we'll stop for a minute. Okay, so we have all 8 bags done. We have our little Wordle format where there's vertical and horizontal. So that is how you embroider using the Brother 10 needle, in which you embroider bags or anything in which you might have to rehoop your machine.